I think the states that have been successful have set up what we might call regional economic education development centers. So not just economic development centers and not just educational development centers, but closely coupled centers. And let's take North Carolina as an example with the Research Triangle. I am a consultant to an institute at North Carolina State University called the Friday Institute, named not after the day or the restaurant, but a fellow named Bill Friday, who was chancellor of the North Carolina University system a generation ago and one of the co-founders of the Research Triangle. And at that time, the vision of having universities, corporations, and the state itself partner to build this special engine for innovation was a novel one, even though it's been replicated other places since. The interesting mission of the Friday Institute is to ask, what is the equivalent of the Research Triangle now? Because, of course, the Research Triangle was invented based on technologies and strategies appropriate at that time, rather than what we see in the early 21st century. And so one of the things that's likely true is that the Research Triangle of the future has to think about K to 20 rather than simply higher education. The Research Triangle of the future may be regional, but it may have partners who were virtual, who were not co-located within the region, and so on. I think that looking at these regional economic education development agencies is an interesting thing. I wrote with some colleagues a paper about this in 2005 that's on the web, and I can give you the reference for it. And I would advise the state of Minnesota to think along those lines in trying to create something that might just jump over the Research Triangle as a model.
Leapfrog, in other words.
Leapfrog, exactly.